Okay, so I want to say a warm welcome to Melissa Corsiato. Melissa, or Mel, as she's sometimes known, is one of my top coaches really on one of my teams. Been working together for between 3 and 4 years now, and she's just an absolute rock star. Comes in from Canada today to join us early in the morning for her. So, Melissa, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome.
Absolutely. My pleasure to be here. And thank you for having me here today, Fraser. I'm super excited.
Oh, thank you. Well, me too. I'm excited too. So, tell me, in your journey as a sales closer, what has been like your average month? What kind of income are you making doing this role?
Yeah, for the last 3.5 years, being the top coach, my average is between ten to $11,000 per month.
Wow. Ten to eleven
Consistent,
thousand dollars.
yeah, consistently for the last 3.5 years.
Yeah. And what's been your biggest month?
I would have to say my biggest month is around 30,000.
30,000.
Yeah,
That was from you were doing an event as well, right? That month.
it was a live event. Plus, as well as just regular calls as well. But yeah, live event, which are
Wow.
powerful.
It's a weekend event, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Eh,
it was actually it was a 2-day event. So I seen, 10, 12, 13 clients. And in that time, I was able to, earn 30,000 in my pocket just from that event.
just from the event. That's incredible. So, like, just give us a bit of backstory if you don't mind. That I wanted to kind of go straight with that. The numbers, right? People love the numbers and they love to hear what's possible. You've done it. You've made it possible. You've achieved that. Give us a little bit of background, if you don't mind, Mel, on where, what that looks like compared to what you used to do. So where did you come from?
Mhm.
And how does it compare to what you're doing now?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my background is a legal assistant. I was a legal assistant for about 18 years. I transitioned into network marketing after I had my two children, did network marketing for a couple of years. And then it was just at that point where I needed to transition into something, whether that be going back to work in a corporate environment or find something that would allow me to stay home with my kids.
Right, okay. So this was completely different, right? And how did you transition into this then so you went into network marketing. How did you get into this from network marketing? How did that opportunity come up?
Yeah, there was just I got an email, and in the email was just an opportunity to, learn this one skill to be able to do coaching. And it kind of aligned with me because I was already coaching people in my network marketing business. And I knew my network marketing business was going backwards at the time. So I was kind of in that position in my life where I needed to find something different.
Hmm.
And just getting that email kind of fired me up. And it's like, wow, you know what? Opportunities are unlimited. If I make it, great. If I don't, at least I gave it my 100%.
Exactly. And you picked up the skill, right? Which we're going to talk about in a minute. That's been
Yeah.
life changing. So you mentioned network marketing. So when you were doing that and this email came into your inbox one day, I remember it because I was behind it, right? Or I had something to
Yeah.
do with that email. Looking for people at the time to come in and fill roles and join our academy. Did you know much about, so you mentioned coaching, right? And we've got different labels for what we do here. You're a coach, but you're also a high ticket closer. It's the same thing. It all kind of goes into one, right? Did you
Yeah.
know about this high ticket space of coaching people and selling high ticket coaching programs?
No, I was coming in blindfolded. I had no idea what I was putting my feet into.
Yeah.
I absolutely didn't even know what a high ticket closer was or what a sales conversation looked like. I was coming in not knowing what I was getting into.
Yeah. And so if someone else is a newbie, like you were back then, how
Yeah.
would you describe what you do? What, like, on a day-to-day basis, you mentioned coach, but you're also closing, right? High ticket programs, mentorship programs. How do you describe what it is you do? Where do these people come from, and how do you end up speaking to them and then serving them effectively?
Yeah. So basically it's like a transition of, you get set onto a team, and on that team, whoever you're coaching for, whoever you're selling a program for, or I feel like marketing or whatever the case may be, that individual, that company brings leads to you, puts them on your calendar, and then you basically take that client through a process and decide whether or not they're a good fit for the program.
Exactly that. So when you joined as a closer or a coach, a high ticket closer, you you got onto a team, and of course, you first of all you went through some training, right? You joined the academy, the mentorship program. You went through some training, and how long did it take you to actually get placed onto a team? I mean, not everybody gets the same results. I'm going to say that right away, but was it months? Was it a year? How long did it take you?
For myself, because I was at a pain point in my life and a transition point, and I knew I needed to make it work. 3 days, it took me 3 days to get placed onto a team.
Incredible.
I was placed onto a team, and after my first month, I became the top coach.
Wow. Wow. And this is the thing, right? That so for other people watching this who are interested in becoming the next Mel C, um, it doesn't always happen overnight or over 3 nights in your case, right? Doesn't always work out like that. But the thing is, it also doesn't have to take weeks, months, and years once you've got this skill to find an opportunity. You were one of the fortunate ones because there was an opportunity available and you did the work really quickly and you identified yourself as someone who could be good at this, right? And of
Yeah.
course, after that 3 days, then we helped you get better and better and better and better, right? It's not an overnight process. But for other people coming in, like I talk about this a lot, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of places, opportunities out there where they could be the next success story like you if they just go and find that, right? And we help them do that in the program. So what has it done for you then? So you've come into the academy, you learned the skill really quickly, one skill of closing. What has it done? How has that impacted you and indeed your family life?
It's had a massive impact, not only just on me, but my whole entire family. Allowing me to be able to continue to stay home with my kids has been a blessing. Be able to be here as a role model, and even the skill that I've learned through the process, I teach that to my kids to use that in their everyday life. Um, it's given me the flexibility. It's given my fire back in my belly because I love what I do,
Mhm.
because I'm here to serve people, and it's on my heart and soul to impact other people to get clarity around where they're at, what's stopping them, and also what is possible.
Yeah. It's
So
not just about the money.
it's not just about the money, and it's growing me as a person, as a leader, and as an influence to other people to know that no matter where you're at, things are possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you've seen it yourself. So you like a lot of people when they get into high ticket closing, they see the money. I'm not going to lie, right? They see the dollar bills, the checks, the big commission checks. Who wouldn't, right? We've all got families to feed and things to pay for. The location independence is another one. You can do this from anywhere. But more than that, you've identified this. In fact, we spoke about this a couple of days ago, you and I. It's the impact you're making on other people every single day that you meet. And that can sound like fluff to some people. It is not fluff. You mean that. The commission and all the other stuff is kind of an end result or a side result of what you do for other people. And you go into every call knowing that you can change lives. You do change lives. What does that mean to you? What does that make you feel?
It means the world to me because it uplifts me, which obviously we know if we're uplifted and we're have that radiance within us, that's going to transparent onto other people. But just knowing, like, yes, the money's great. Like, who wouldn't want to earn 10K plus per month? That's
Working
great.
from home, around your kids.
Working from home, when I want to work, where I want to work, who I want to work with. Like, it's a complete blessing, just that alone. And the money's great, but it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
It goes way deeper than that. It goes to that person that's sitting across from you on the Zoom
hmm
and really like wanting to be there to help them and
Smart.
wanting them to have that shift. Like,
Yeah.
I live and breathe what I do, and I've become so passionate about it
hmm
that I jump out of bed every morning.
That's so right, isn't it? Yeah. So it's not like, Oh, great. I've got this job. I work from job, JLB. I work
Yeah,
from home around my kids. I've got flexibility. I can choose the hours I work, right? I don't have to attend boring meetings. I get paid a lot of money to do it, but I still got to do it, right? I still got to turn up and do the calls. And no, you don't feel like that. You turn up like looking forward to the calls. You wake up passionate and ready to serve and help. That,
yeah,
I think, is a great way to get paid. That's what's
yeah.
important, isn't it?
Not about how much money can I make today? No,
Right,
it's who can I serve today?
right.
You know, and be transparent at the beginning, it was about the money because I was earning good money and it was lovely.
Yeah,
But since my growth over the last 3.5 years, it's grown into yes, money's great. It's not about that. It's about the individual that I'm working with.
100%. That's what's so important. That's you get to go to bed at night, put your head on the pillow, knowing you've done a great job, served people, made an impact, changed people's lives, and got
Yeah.
paid a lot of money for doing so. So, what then, uh, what is a typical day in the life of a sales coach or a closer, whatever you want to call yourself? What does a typical day in the life look like for you, Melissa Corsiato?
Well, for me, because not only am I passionate about helping other people, I'm passionate about my family. I'm
Hmm.
passionate about my own health. So a day for me is literally jump out of bed, deal with my kids, have spend some time with my kids, do my gym stuff, do my fitness stuff, and literally just get ready for my calls, have my calls throughout the day, and
Hmm.
then end my day with my family and knowing with a whole heart that I've done what I've needed to do that day.
Yeah.
I wake up with gratitude and I go to bed with gratitude.
Everything in between that is designed by you, right? You choose your hours. No one tells you when you need to work or when you need to take time off or can't take time off. You choose, and you've
The
got two.
flexibility is I'm
Yeah,
my own boss.
you're your own boss. You've got two young boys, right? So that helps with them and their sports, their school stuff, and
Yeah.
activities and everything else.
If I
Couldn't
want to
live
go on a
without them,
holiday, I can go on a holiday. And if I want to choose to work, I
right?
can work. If I want to choose to take the time off with my kids, I can take the time off.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
That's like you talk about big commission checks and 10K months and 30K months even on a crazy good month. But money doesn't buy that time with your kids. It doesn't buy, you can have all the money in the world, but you still have a job where you don't see your kids, right? You can have a great corporate job and you're working 60 hours a week and you never see your family. But what you've got is you've got both things. You've got the money and the flexibility and the choices. And it's just amazing.
Yeah. And what I love about it, Fraser, is I get to build my own dream. I
Hmm.
built someone else's dream for 18 plus years, but now I'm in control of building my own dream and having my own destiny.
Hmm. There you go. And I wanted to ask you about that in terms of building your own dream and your own destiny. You're creating your own future, right? That sounds again like a dream for most people. You've created what you've got now, but what do you see beyond that? Like if one day you think, you know what, I want to do more. I want to go on with this skill that I've learned and do more, create more, earn more. What does the future hold for you, do you think? Or what if you've not really thought about that? I know you have, right? But
Mhm.
if you didn't know what you don't know, what does this one skill that you've got here allow you to do?
Oh, it allows you to do so much. It's not just for the the conversation in a sales on a sales team. It's so much more than that. It's whether you want to, create your own coaching business, if you want to create your own network marketing, if you want to do affiliate marketing, like any aspect, online or offline, you can take this one skill and you can implement it into something.
Amazing. Yeah.
For myself, like my future, my destiny is in the big pictures. I see me growing more into having my own coaching team,
Right.
having my own coaching program, so to speak, actually,
Hmm.
my own coaching program, um, and just growing into bigger months and having people do what I do,
Right.
come in and do that for me.
So almost becoming the teacher,
Yeah.
teaching other people because you're good at that, right? And that's what I did in my journey. Started off as a closer myself and then passing on the knowledge to other people.
Yeah.
And then you can start to really multiply your income. You literally go from 10K to add another zero at the end, 100K a month.
Yeah.
it's absolutely doable for you and anyone else who's got that skill. So with that being said, you're part of my academy, right? My mentorship program, which has taught you that skill, and we meet, once or twice a week, and we get together, we do the trainings and all of that with the community. What do you think is, apart from all the money and all the stuff you've learned along the way, what's the best thing about that particular program and the community and the mentorship, would you say?
Yeah. So the academy, again, I keep saying, has transitioned my life in so many different ways. But aside from the academy and the knowledge and the skills that I've learned inside of the academy, it comes down to the community that I'm aligned with, all the other coaches and, you know, people in there learning to become coaches. But hands down, the best thing about this academy is Fraser. The support, the guidance, always being there, always got my back no matter what. If I'm having a bad month, he's there. He's got an ear. He's there to lift me up, to encourage me. If I'm doing really, really well, he's also there to encourage me and to continue to lift me up. But it comes down to having that support, that guidance, that mentor
Mm-hmm.
who's there to help you grow in all areas.
Amazing. Well, thank you. That's nice to hear that, and that's what I love about it so much, is helping people like you who are hungry, right? Who want to succeed, and you've been a great example of that. And now you lead from the front, so to speak. So, there's loads of people who see this opportunity now as the next Mel C, right? The next success story as a high ticket coach. But perhaps they're afraid of kind of investing in themselves, right? Because it's a leap of faith, right? You got to put a chunk of money down, invest in yourself. And for some people, that's uncomfortable. And that's okay. If you're not ready to do that, then fine. It's not a fit for everyone. Not everyone's a fit to move forward. But if people are curious and interested in becoming the next success story here, what would be your one piece of advice, having invested in yourself, 3 or 4 years ago? What would you tell them?
Is just taking the leap, walking with the fear, walking with the unknown, and just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's on the other side, but in order to find out what's on the other side, is you have to take that leap.
Yeah. And if you don't take the leap, what's likely to happen?
You stay stuck, or you don't know, you don't move forward.
Yeah.
You don't step into the best version of yourself, because I feel this will create the best version of yourself, because you'll learn so much along the way. You'll learn so much about yourself, and you'll just want to encourage yourself to continue to grow.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Yeah.
And this is what we talk about a lot. Is one skill you mentioned earlier. People who want an online business, or they want to be a coach, or they want to be this, or they want to be that, and they want an online 10K per month living anywhere in the world, but they get overwhelmed with all the stuff they have to learn. I think the
Mhm.
beautiful thing for someone like you, I've seen this with you and many others, is it's one skill, right? You don't
Yeah.
get overwhelmed with all the tech stuff and all the other stuff you need to think about in other businesses. You just need to learn one skill, show up, do the work, and it will change your life, right? Would you agree with that?
100%.
Awesome.
100%. It will change your life.
Cool. So if anyone's on the fence of having tuned into these YouTube videos and such like, or followed me on social media, um, yeah, take Mel's advice. Jump on a call. There's a resource below this video somewhere, or around the video, depending where you're watching it, where you can find out more about how you can become the next success story, the next 10K per month income earner as a high ticket coach. So Mel, thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to add to that, just as we wrap things up?
Just do it. That's all I got to say, because it's life changing and you definitely won't regret it.
All
You will
right.
not regret it.
Couldn't agree more. All right. Thanks so much, Mel, for your time today. I really appreciate it.
For having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.